Hi.
Kind of a rainy day, so we're staying home today.
Yeah, but we're also celebrating 2 years of Destination Diaries.
Woohoo!
Yeah, 2 years of going around seeing all the great businesses in Iowa, and we still have thousands to go.
I know, I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to next year.
Yeah, so we thought we'd take this opportunity. One of the things we get asked all the time is, who are we?
And how did we get started?
And how did we get started? So we'll start. Sarah, who are you and how did you get started?
So I'm Sarah Thompson. Currently, I work for Greater IC in Iowa City and Johnson County. I got started as an English major with a bookstore. And so, that's a natural entree into economic development. But I started by working with some people from the chamber and the economic development where I had the bookstore. And then I got a position as a tourism and events coordinator. I leveraged that into a position as a Main Street director, and then another Main Street director, and then economic development, and here we are. Started my consulting business in 2018. Really enjoyed it. I kind of put it on hold while I'm working for Greater IC. How about you, Derek?
All right. Well, I got started many years ago as a Chamber Main Street director. And then I did that in a couple of different towns. Then I transitioned in 18 to a county economic development position. But I've had my private consulting firm since 2015, where I do a lot of things, but mainly focusing on grants and community building and capacity building for towns that don't have economic development or chambers or main streets. And so that's how I got started.
Nice. Why did you choose rural?
Just happens to be where I lived. It's just, I've lived all over the country in different places, New York City to, the town now where I live with 200 people. And I can live anywhere, so I enjoy getting to know people and doing things. What about you?
Similarly, I grew up in a rural community. I didn't really think about economic development when I was living there. But now I feel like I have a really good concept of what rural can do, what communities can do, no matter what size they are. And I really enjoy working with the rural communities because there is so much possibility for growth and change.
Yeah. Tell people how we got started.
So, it was right after 2020, right? We met back up at a conference, the Iowa Downtown Conference. It was here in Iowa City, ironically. And we were no longer associated with Main Street, but we like to hang out with all the Main Street people. They had a Main Street lunch, and we didn't get to go. So Derek and I went to lunch, and we just talked about, what's going on in our lives and what we could do.
Yeah. One of the things that we talked about is nobody tells the story very well. Like you have towns that tell stories, but you don't have businesses that tell their story well. So we thought we could. And that's been one of my favorite parts. We've seen a ton of cool businesses, met a ton of great people, and learned just how creative they are.
Yeah. Well, and it's helped me in my work because then I see what other communities are doing. I can bring it back to the communities I work with. How about you?
Same. I mean, you see different people, oh, they tried X, it didn't work. This person tried Y and it worked. There's no reason that can't work in other places, even if you just shifted a little bit.
Or, modify to fit what you are doing. I noticed, too, that when we were in Main Street, a lot of the things we got schooled on or learned about were for bigger communities. And so I got pretty good at figuring out how to adapt some larger project down to what would be manageable for a rural community. And I really enjoyed that challenge. Now I'm more about how can we just do our own thing and start small and grow big.
Yeah. So, this is us celebrating 2 years of doing this. We put out a video a month, and we've been all over the state. What's your top 3 of places we visited if people go binge watch ahead of the new season?
Right. I really enjoyed going to Decorah. I'm Norwegian, of Norwegian descent, and so Decorah was kind of fun to see all about my heritage. I enjoyed the Amana Colonies not so long ago. I thought Warped and Woven was a really fun one. And then I really had fun at the Magic Shop. Even though the Magic Shop, he's just working out of his home now. It was a really cool location, and he was so fantastic, and I got to do some magic on you, so that was fun.
Yeah, I would say that one's one of my top 3. The Magic Shop was the first one we ever did back in October of 21.
November of 21.
November of 21. And getting to do the magic, having him try to teach us magic, see if we could figure it out, was great. Warped and Woven, we did that a few months ago in Amana.
That was fantastic.
And that was just incredible. They still make all the old blankets. They have the whole Hotel Millwright complex. It's fantastic.
All of that. Yarn.
All of that. And then the other one that I'd never heard of, so it was interesting for me, was the mystical, whatever word it is, university that we went and saw in Stanhope.
The mythical University of Stanhope State. Yeah, that was fun.
Stanhope State University. I mean, there wasn't a lot to see because it's mythical, but we got to talk about how it got started and some of the swag they have, and that was just a neat way to have people come to a town.
Right. It's really hard to choose three, too, because I enjoyed Pella as well when we were there last year. They have that really cool brew house and some of the iris coffee. That was fun.
Yeah, with all the different science coffee.
STEM. She uses STEM.
STEM research in her coffee making.
Yeah.
Which, I've been a barista. I never did that.
Yeah, right. Well,
it was
enjoy
relatively
coffee,
simple.
and I've never had anything like that before or since. We need to go back, I think.
Yeah. So, if you guys want to catch up on us and what we're doing, obviously we put a video out about the 15th of every month. But you can go back and binge watch the last 2 years of what we've done, see all these great people, great places for when you schedule your next visit, and we got great more stuff on the way.
And if you have a place that you'd like us to visit, put it in the comments, and Derek and I will try to figure out a way to get there.
Perfect. So thanks for 2 great years, guys.